Chapter 1. Introduction to Freedom Ridge. Soundscape, the low rumble of distant thunder, mingled with birds chirping, sets the scene. The soft echo of a prison bell tolls in the background, punctuating the silence. Welcome to Freedom Ridge, a correctional facility unlike any other. Nestled amid towering mountains, this prison is both a sanctuary and a battleground for the souls who reside within its walls. It is renowned not just for its strict regulations, but for its commitment to rehabilitation through innovative programs that challenge the very notion of incarceration. Ambient sounds transition to footsteps on concrete and the distant clang of a cell door, creating an immersive environment. In this audio documentary, we embark on a journey through the lives of those behind these formidable walls. Through a series of heartfelt journal entries, we explore their struggles, dreams, and transformations, each echoing the complexities of the human spirit striving for redemption. Join us as we delve into the chronicle of shadows, where hope flickers even in the darkest corners of confinement. Chapter 2. The Fall. Soundscape. A chaotic mix of bustling streets, distant sirens, and echoes of laughter fades into the stark clanging of a prison door. Lucas Hawk Ramirez begins his tale with a heavy heart, recounting the vibrant yet treacherous world of gang life that once engulfed him. It was supposed to be power, respect, but all it brought was pain, he reflects, his voice tinged with regret. Memories of violence and betrayal ripple through his narrative, painting a picture of a young man caught in the throes of ambition and survival. Ambient sound transitions to the eerie stillness of prison corridors. The cold reality of Freedom Ridge hits him hard as he recalls his first days, the confusion and fear of a new identity in a place stripped of freedom. Lucas shares his longing for redemption through art, where each stroke of his paintbrush becomes a beacon of hope, a step toward redefining himself beyond the shadows of his past. Chapter 3. The Fall. Mira's Story. Soundscape, the soft rustle of paper, paired with gentle, reflective piano music. It's strange how silence can be so loud, Mira begins, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. Before my incarceration, I chased the illusion of success, but all it took was one misguided decision to shatter my world. She recounts her days as a promising student, juggling the pressures of family expectations and her desire to write. Ambient sounds shift, capturing the whir of distant machinery as she reflects on the moment that led to her non-violent crime. I thought I was protecting those I loved, she muses, but instead I confined myself to these walls. Every evening in her cell, Mira pours her heart onto pages, weaving stories of resilience and dreams for a future beyond bars. This prison is not just a place of punishment, it's also a sanctuary for the soul, she asserts, her resolve echoing in the silence. Chapter 4. Tommy's Wisdom. Sound of rustling leaves transitions to the echo of a solitary cell. Tommy the Oracle Johnson's entry begins with a somber tone, as he reflects on a life spent in and out of prison. He shares vivid memories of his youth, moments of joy shadowed by regret where choices spiraled into consequences. I remember the laughter of my friends, the thrill of freedom, he narrates, his voice rich with nostalgia, and the one wrong turn that led me here. Background sounds of soft, melancholic tones blend with his insights, deepening the emotional weight. Tommy's wisdom emerges as he draws parallels between the youthful bravado of inmates around him and his own past mistakes. Listen to the echoes of your choices, he cautions, the urgency in his voice palpable. Every path has its price. The soundscape fades, leaving the listeners contemplating the fragility of life and the weight of wisdom born from experience. Chapter 5. The Fall. A New Perspective. Sound of a ticking clock, faint echoes of steel bars clanging. As a counselor at Freedom Ridge, I often find myself caught between two worlds, the stark reality of the prison system and the vibrant stories of those within it. Each day, I witness their struggles, but I also see glimmers of hope. The ticking clock reminds me that time is a relentless force, shaping their lives and mine. Behind every crime lies a narrative, a backstory filled with human complexity. The inmates are not merely defined by their pasts. They are layered individuals seeking redemption. Their journeys are a tapestry woven from pain and resilience, challenging societal perceptions of guilt and innocence. Every interaction is a dance of vulnerability and strength, an opportunity for healing. sound of footsteps echoing down a corridor. As I listen, I feel the weight of my responsibility, guiding them toward a future that transcends our walls. Hope resides here, waiting to be discovered. Chapter 6: The Daily Grind, Life Inside. As the sun peaks over the jagged mountain peaks surrounding Freedom Ridge, the morning bell tolls, heralding another day behind bars. We hear the shuffling of feet on cold concrete, the rustling of uniforms, and the clanging of metal doors as waking inmates shuffle reluctantly to the dining hall for breakfast. Lucas Hawk reflects on the repetitive rhythm of life inside, describing the daily grind of meals and work assignments, punctuated by the distant, echoing calls of the guards. Each moment is a reminder of confinement, yet a flicker of hope persists amidst the monotony. Mira finds solace in her morning routine, noting the beauty of sun-kissed walls that transform the prison's austere atmosphere. Tommy's voice weaves in and out, sharing poignant thoughts on finding pockets of humanity amid the harsh surroundings, highlighting the bittersweet existence that is life inside. The ambient sounds encapsulate the struggle for safety, respect, and fleeting moments of connection in a place built on division. Chapter 7: The Art of Survival, Hawk's Journey. As Lucas Hawk Ramirez stands before a blank wall in the prison courtyard, he feels the weight of his past pressing down on him. A cacophony of sounds, a distant clang of cell doors, muffled conversations, and the rustle of guards' uniforms fills the air as he picks up his paintbrush. This mural becomes more than just color on concrete. It's his redemption, a canvas where shadows of his former life fade into vibrant hues of hope. Hawk narrates the emotions coursing through him as each stroke of paint symbolizes his journey away from gang life. He reflects on the strength he finds in creating something beautiful from darkness. The brushes whisper against the wall, mingling with laughter from fellow inmates as they gather around, drawn into the process. In this moment, Hawk discovers community, purpose, and a glimpse of the freedom that art can bring, even behind bars. Chapter 8: Words in Isolation, Mira's Passion. As the sun filters through the small window of her cell, Mira Patel's pen scratches fervently across the pages of her journal. "In here, words are my only escape," she whispers, her voice a tender reflection of hope. Amidst the cold concrete walls, she discovers beauty in the stories of her fellow inmates, each life a tapestry woven with struggle and resilience. The faint sounds of distant laughter mingle with the rustle of paper, creating a symphony of life that contradicts their confinement. "Today, I wrote about Marcus, the man who teaches others how to make bread," she shares, her tone brightening. "He says it reminds him of family, and I can see the warmth in his eyes when he speaks." As she writes, soft piano chords begin to play, underlining her passion for storytelling. In isolation, Mira transcends her circumstances, finding strength not just for herself, but for those around her. The power of words ignites a flicker of sunlight that permeates the prison's shadows. Chapter 9: Wisdom in Shadows, Tommy's Philosophy. Tommy the Oracle Johnson leans back against the cold concrete wall of his cell, his voice deep and resonant as he reflects on a life punctuated by hard lessons. "You see, growing up, I thought I had all the answers. But life has a way of humbling you. The ambient sound of distant echoes, footsteps, and muffled conversations enhances the mood, drawing listeners into his contemplative space. He shares a story about a friend, lost to the streets like so many others, whose dreams faded under the weight of choices and consequences. "I tell the younger ones," he continues, "it's not about the mistakes you make, it's about what you learn from them." Moments of poignant silence punctuate his words, as if the prison itself is absorbing the wisdom shared. Tommy's insights serve as a beacon for those lost in shadows, reminding us that growth often sprouts from the cracks of hardship. Chapter 10: Building Bridges, Group Therapy Sessions. As the group therapy sessions commence, a palpable shift permeates the room. Voices that once echoed in solitude now resonate with shared understanding. Lucas, Mira, and Tommy gather with fellow inmates, each taking turns to unburden their stories. The tension dissolves into a supportive atmosphere where laughter drifts alongside tears. Background sounds of thoughtful silence punctuated by the occasional clinking of chairs create a sense of intimacy and safety. "Being vulnerable is hard, but it's where healing begins," Lucas says, his voice tinged with both anxiety and hope. Mira adds, Every story is a thread, weaving us together. This mingling of voices fosters connections, as inmates discover resilience in their shared struggles. As the session unfolds, Ria gently guides them, her calming presence a beacon of possibility. Ambient sounds reflect the raw honesty filling the air, encapsulating moments of empathy that transcend their circumstances, forging bonds that can withstand the shadows beyond the prison walls. Chapter 11, Seeds of Change, Ria's Interventions. As the sun filters through the barred windows, Ria observes the tense atmosphere during group therapy. She gently opens the session, a soft, reassuring tone in her voice cutting through the heaviness. Today, let's talk about fear, what it means for each of you. The inmates initially sit in silence, the weight of their unspoken worries filling the room. The sound of the door creaking open symbolizes the potential for change, as Ria encourages vulnerability. One by one, they share their deepest anxieties about life after release, the fear of judgment, the struggle to find purpose, and the haunting memories of their past. Ria listens intently, offering insight and reframing their narratives. Her words weave a tapestry of hope, reminding them that their stories are not defined solely by their mistakes. Ambient sounds of deep breaths and the comforting rustle of paper underline the transformative moment, planting seeds of self-acceptance and resilience in the hearts of the inmates. Chapter 12, Unexpected Friendships. As the days blend into one another within the concrete confines of Freedom Ridge, moments of vulnerability begin to flourish among the inmates. The sounds of shared meals echo through the common area, forks clinking, laughter ringing out in unison, creating a warmth that contrasts with their harsh surroundings. Hawk paints alongside other inmates, his mural taking shape as they discuss their lives and dreams, each brushstroke weaving their stories together. Mira shares her writing, illuminating the beauty and resilience she sees in her fellow prisoners, while Tommy listens with a knowing smile, often dropping sage wisdom that fosters deeper connections. In this environment, barriers crumble and unexpected friendships blossom. Surrounded by the murmur of camaraderie, they find solace in shared struggles, realizing that even behind these walls they can support one another. The hopeful tones of laughter blend seamlessly with the ambient sounds, echoing the transformative power of genuine human connection amidst despair. Chapter 13, The Approach of Release. As the days pass and release dates draw near, tension hangs thick in the air at Freedom Ridge. Lucas, Mira, Tommy, and their fellow inmates grapple with a whirlwind of emotions, excitement mingled with fear and uncertainty about the future. Lucas reflects on the murals that transformed his identity, but worries whether they'd be enough to shield him from the shadows of his past. Mira's hopeful verses turn somber as she contemplates whether her dreams find a place in the outside world. Meanwhile, Tommy shares insights in a group session, urging everyone to view release not as an end, but a new beginning. Ambient sounds, chirping birds, rustling leaves, and the distant hum of traffic create an atmosphere steeped in anticipation and anxiety. Each character's voice intertwines as they confront their fears, revealing a shared desire to step into the light while reconciling with the darkness left behind.